Okay, guys, today I'm gonna speak to you about the vehicle finance in the whole world, specifically in our country, South Africa. My name is Joseph Peter. I feel like I need to share what is currently happening in our financial institutions and in our current financial breakdown. So now, I am a client. I'm going to a bank. I tell them I need a vehicle. They tell me, okay, fine, this is the requirements for you to get a finance vehicle. You need one, two, three. You submit those particular documents, you do an application. They tell you, okay, fine, your application has been declined. Why? It's a big question, right? Let me tell you something. After that, they decline you. Remember, the banks are very clever. They're using the top most rated credit unions in the world: TransUnion, Compascan, and I forgot the third one. What is it? So now, here's a gentleman at his middle age. He's looking for a reasonable used or new vehicle to go around to do some stuff, some personal stuff, and to move from point A to point B. But you just don't have cash to go and purchase that vehicle. If we all had cash, we were going to drive in those vehicles, but we don't have cash. So now we go to the banks. And you know what is happening in the banks? They're going to say, oh, yeah, it's very simple, easy to apply for finance. Liar. The anxiety comes after you apply for that application. You're waiting, and then comes an SMS or an email. Guess the first sentence they write in the email: thank you, Mr. Peter, for your application. After a careful consideration, it is unfortunate that we have to inform you that your application was unsuccessful. Hmm? Remember, this is not someone that is writing that email. It's a generated message written by someone, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. It just automatically sends you that email. Okay, fine. So now, in case of myself, I have a private banker. He's helping me to oversee my finances. He's helping me to manage my finances, to live a healthy financial freedom. So now, back in the years, I made some terrible decisions in my personal life, but some they were necessity for me to make those decisions because it was the matter of death or survival, and then of which those decisions took me back a couple of years back for me to be able to recover in terms of finances. Now, as I gradually come around and then get a employment and get a secure job with a reasonable payment or salary, and then slowly but surely you starting to pick up some of those loopholes that you've been doing wrong on your journey. So now I have to build up my credit score. I have to get into debt so that I can have a credit history. I have to make sure I don't do debit order reversals or disputes. I have to make sure when my debit orders run through, they find money into my account. Oh, one other thing they suggested, I need to have a credit card to boost my credit score, of which I did. And what else? Oh, yes, I need to have enough buffer on my salary left so that I can boost my credit score. This is the advice that I get from the banks. So now, here's me, Joseph. Okay, life goes on. Remember, my objective is to get a vehicle finance. I've never had a vehicle finance in my life. I always buy vehicles cash. However, growing up, I realized that at some point I will need an asset, either a house or a vehicle. Currently, I cannot afford a house or a bond. My objective is to get a vehicle so that at least the financial institution, they will see, or I have an asset, I can pay my payments. Sharp, fine. I did that. It is not a very, very easy job to do, to live healthy in terms of finance. It's very difficult. It's difficult. So my private banker is telling me, no, you must do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then once you did all those things, and then we can go ahead and put in an application for your finance. Fine. Now remember, now I'm using FNB. I'm saying FNB is my bank. I'm saying it in this video. So now the first bank that I'm gonna go to apply for finance is what? Wesbank. I approach Wesbank. I say I need a vehicle finance. I do an application personally myself online, and then they approve me. They pre-approve me. They say, no, we need a purchase from a dealership, a letter of purchase from a dealership, so that they can finalize the deal. Remember the excitement. Hoorah, hoorah, you can't even hold yourself. And then I already sourced the vehicle that I wanted, and then I contacted the dealer, and then the dealer was so responsive, and then he said, no, it's fine, we do have that vehicle, and I saw the vehicle is in good condition. It's 100%. The dealer do everything. So now the communication is from the dealer and the bank, which is the Wesbank consultant. Now I'm waiting for the dealer now to give me final go ahead, or chief, are you picking up your car or what? Fine. My application was approved. After it's been approved, and then remember now, under our current economic situation, we are under COVID-19 lockdown. So now on level 5, the banks didn't issue any contracts whatsoever. They can do up to a pre-approval, but for the final stage where you have to sign in and them issuing a contract, they didn't do that. So now we are in level 4. I did the application 5 weeks ago, which was approved. Now today, when the dealer is calling me, no, you can come and pick up the car, and then he's sending me an email telling me, no, the bank is saying, no, you've been declined. Your salary for April was lower than all your salaries for the previous 12 months. I'm like, really? I mean, these guys, they say my salary is lower than my previous 12 months salary. I'm like, maybe I'm smoking something, or maybe I'm crazy or what, but I know I'm not that very good with this finance account, but I have a basic knowledge about them. But how can a financial institution, whereas they've been mandated by our president, by everyone, that do everything you can to help our people? It is not time to generate profit now. However, it is time for survival. That was the objective for everyone who's in a mission of generating a profit. Now is not the time. However, that doesn't mean you mustn't provide your service. So now, I'm sitting here, I don't know what to do. I feel like maybe I'm in a dream or something. Remember the 5 weeks anxiety of having been approved and still waiting to pick up your car. Remember those 5 weeks, like, when am I getting my vehicle? When am I getting my vehicle? It's really stressful. Believe me, it's very stressful. So now, it got to a point where I didn't even know what to say. Like, I stood up on the phone with the consultant from the dealership, which I can't disclose the name. I think for about 2 minutes, he even asked me, Joseph, are you still with me? I'm like, are you sure you called me, or you were supposed to call someone? Because the last time I've spoken to you, we agreed that the deal was 100% super. We're just waiting for the government to tell us, okay, now you can release the vehicles. Today, and then the bank said, no, after so hard work that I've put through for the past 12 months, working towards to this moment, to my goal, to my dream, that I've worked my ass off to achieve it, and then the bank just decided, okay, fine, no, this guy, no. I have done every single thing that they asked of me, every detail, every advice, every way you could think of, specifically regarding my personal finances, in order to achieve our, main goal, which is to get approved for finance. But every time when I do, they always have an excuse not to approve me. Sometimes I even ask myself, do I have to go to them and directly, personally tell them, when you guys review my application, is there somewhere that perhaps my name is written in red or bold, and then everyone is just alarmed like, oh, it's Joseph? I feel like it's a direct personal attack to me, because I need answers and I fail to get them, and this is really affecting me in a way that I can't even explain right now. I need to travel to go and see my children. I need to go and see my family. I need to do 1, 2, 3. So now we passed those years where having a vehicle is a luxury, but no, we're no longer there. It's 2020. We are now at the point where having a means of transport is a necessity for you to be able to do your daily duties and do your personal errands. Now, under this COVID-19, public transport is not really an advisable way of moving around, because your risk of getting exposure for COVID-19 are way higher. So having your own vehicle, it lowers the risks. It doesn't necessarily eliminate them, but it minimizes them. That was the objective of me having my own car. So now I can't have it. Someone sitting there in top of the top floor, 15th floor of an office there is just pressing a button saying no. But for what? Huh? I was talking to my private banker 2 hours ago for almost 2 hours on the phone. I was even crying. He's telling me, I do understand your problem. The reason why they didn't go ahead with this deal is because of my March salary. It was lower than all the salaries that I have. Some people don't even have salaries. Some people don't even have jobs anymore. I've never missed any payment whatsoever for the past 12 months. I've never missed any debit order. I have never disputed anything whatsoever. All my accounts are all green. It's not about affordability. It's not about anything. They're just telling me, no, your salary is just low. They're asking me a question that they already know. They know almost everyone is working remotely, even themselves, including themselves, the financial institution. They're working from home. I am an engineer myself, working at the automotive industry. I'm working from home as well. If you can see, now, I'll show you now. Just watch. You see? It's me in my desk. I'm working from home. So now our employers listen to our cry from our government that together we can help our people. They did their best. They're still keeping our jobs. They're still paying our basic salaries. However, the benefits that we used to have in terms of working from the office and working from remotely from home, obviously they're not going to be the same. There will be some differences somewhere, somehow. However, but a qualified expert financial institution having to decline an eligible client for a potential deal just for a mere fact that the March salary was low, knowing for the fact for sure that for the reason for these differences in the salaries, because most of the people, they are working remotely, so now they would not have some of the benefits which contributed to higher, bigger income. They still want me to justify that. I'm saying some of people, they don't even have salaries. They don't even have a source of income at this point, what I'm saying now. But now my employer paid me. Unfortunately, it's not enough for the bank to, so they judge it. So they evaluated my application based on one single month. Whereas they told me from the beginning that I must work my ass off to accumulate and improve my interest, everything, for the next coming 12 months. And then just 1 month, under these crucial circumstances, they telling me no. Where was I supposed to get that those benefits and those high salaries? Because I'm working from home. Who's going to pay you to standby allowances? Who's going to pay you overtime? Who's going to pay you shift allowances if you're working shift? Who's going to pay you travel allowances if you're working remotely from home because you're not going to the office? You're not interacting with the clients. You're not interacting with any of them whatsoever. So how are you going to generate that money that they wanted? The basic that the company we agreed on, excluding the benefits, yes, they gave me my salary, all of it. But Wesbank and FNB, they penalizing me specifically on 1 month salary. It is totally unfair. Totally unfair. So, folks, everyone out there who's having the very same problem as me, I'm begging you and I'm telling you, as long as you are black and you need a vehicle finance now, my friend, the chances of you getting it, they're less than 0. This really hurts me very much. So now I am sending this video to everyone out there, every soul all in the world, to please, guys, speak to our financial institutions, to when they evaluate our applications, they must do that based on reasonable doubts, not on spectral reasons without facts. Give me something that I can accept and live with. Don't give me something that you just, suspecting or thinking what it might happen. Don't tell me about thoughts and opinions. I need facts. So now, personally, I have accepted that no matter how hard I try, no matter how difficult it is to live and to survive currently, I will never own a vehicle. I will never have a vehicle through a finance. Where will I get cash to buy a vehicle of 300,000 rand now? But I can pay it monthly. I've proved, not once, not twice, more than that I can be accountable for my accounts. But it's never enough for the bank. It is never enough. So what do we do? Huh? Are you going to have energy to go to work? Are you going to be productive when you go to work? Are you even going to be living healthy? Are you going to sleep? Are you even going to eat? Huh? You know, when you have objective and plans and action plans and dates, that by this time I need to be having 1, 2, 3, and you did everything you could have in your power for you to be granted that, and then you don't get it, and someone is telling you no, you can't get it, it just breaks your heart into 4 pieces, and you're gonna have 4 hearts, and unfortunately they won't operate. It's only 1 heart. So now, brothers and sisters, mothers and daughters, grandchildren and grandfathers, grandmothers, uncles, aunts, presidents, senates, musicians, artists, everyone out there in the world, I am begging you, I am here pleading with you. I have nothing to offer you guys. I'm just a normal person trying to survive, to live. My life is fine. I just need only one thing to make it even easier and simpler, to get an application approved for a vehicle finance. How hard is it difficult to just to get a finance for less than 300,000 rand worth of a car? So now the question out to you guys is, should I just give up? Because clearly everything that I could do financially in terms of getting a vehicle finance, I accepted it and I have to live with it, that I'll never have it. Unless maybe God pours money somewhere from somewhere else with cash and say, go and buy it cash, then you'll have it. So now I'm appealing to you guys. I'm asking you, help me in any way you can. Please, I am begging you. When I'm doing this video now, it is my last resort to give word out there that please help me. I am begging you guys, help me to get a vehicle. I have sourced the vehicle, I have seen it is available, I just don't have the cash to buy it. But I can buy it through finance. But all the bank institutions in South Africa, they don't want to help me. They don't want to help me. I even have a private banker that I'm paying 400 rand a month, but still, no help. No help. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. It's a question I'm putting out to you guys. Please, if you can help, if you know someone, or if you have some cash stashed somewhere, please help me to get that vehicle. It's just a simple vehicle. It's an Audi. You know, it's a simple vehicle. That's all I'm asking. Thank you very much for listening, and hope you'll make a difference. God bless you, and I love you. Peace. Bye.